The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. Let's go now.
On first down, it's Page. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Gilbert. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson completes it to Lee. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Deion Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A throw over the middle, taken in. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go. Any weapon. Check three. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, Could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on first down, Gilbert. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Darius Leonard has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, Gilbert. And the catch made by Johnson. Johnson, it's poked free. Football's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Olivier Vernon brings him down. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Here we go. Check 26.
They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. On first down. Gilbert. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Gilbert. Johnson's got it complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check. Check, hot route. Hot. No, I got
The first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Buddy
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go right here.
They'll run on first down. Page, they'll have a first down past the 40. And cuts out right sideline. And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Buying time to his left. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and it's third down. They run, Cook. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Gilbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
A 7-yard loss.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Check 99. Check 99. Check 43. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Page. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
20. 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Trump. 51, Mike. Mike 51. I got him.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 41-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, Gilbert. He finds his man Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Watch the safety creep. Go. We got it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check 9, check 9.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Right there.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Hey, the motion, watch the motion.
Now a give, right side. It's Page, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Marr on for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 64. Weak. Echo. 58 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Gilbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a give right side. It's Page. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight ends watch.
Back to throw. Gilbert. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive with Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Throwing on 1st down. Gilbert, the throw caught by Core. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the Steelers' 8-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now a give right side. It's Page, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Page. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jackson to throw again. Ebron's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way. But the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Bills, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas